Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our 5th episode of
Rowdy Rambles. Very cute. I can't believe we're already on episode 5.
That's insane because we're awesome.
We're kind of killing it.
We are. I am honestly surprised that I'm not surprised that we made it this far.
No, they're honestly so much fun to make. At first, I was so, concerned with the views. Because when you start doing a YouTube channel, you're like, I want as many views as possible. Yeah. I want as many subscribers as possible. And now I'm just kind of like, if people listen, they listen. If not, it's just fun to make.
You definitely should be listening, though. Because our last episode does not have that many views, and it was a really good episode.
It was a really good episode. We kind of need to get that count up, especially if people don't want to be hexed. Yeah. This is our last and final warning.
We're not warning you anymore. You will be hexed. Goat's blood on your door.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, guys. I really hate to say it, but...
so you better go listen to the last episode.
Exactly.
The last 4 episodes, if you will. And if you've already listened to them, re-listen to them again. You know you want to. I listened to our first episode, I'm not kidding, probably 5 or 6 times because I just thought it was so funny.
We posted our first episode a month ago.
Oh my gosh!
That's insane.
A month strong. Well, today, guys, we are sipping on our apple juice boxes.
Juicy juice?
Yes. Sponsor, please. They're really good. No sugar added. Only 100 calories. Fun. Love. And as we are drinking these childish drinks, we're going to be talking about how not to be childish.
Yes.
In your friendships.
Yes, how not to be childish, how not to be toxic. How to know when to get rid of toxic people.
Yeah, and this goes for significant others, friends, even family members. Who you feel like you need to cut out of your life to just kind of thrive. Because I feel like you and we have gone through a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships. Yes. Well, and, cycled through that. And one big thing that I've actually been thinking about a lot in college is who I want to be surrounded by, my friends. And I think you're good. I think I have a pretty good circle of people who I really love in my life and who support me. And, I want to share kind of my tips and tricks on what I learned throughout high school. Because there's probably a lot of high school people listening too. Yeah. And just throughout grade school in general. Yeah. Red just flags.
Our life, red flags within friendships. Because trust, there's a lot. Some of you may be listening. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But, we're just going to give some good advice today. Give you guys something to listen to on the way home. We're on fall break right now. Yeah. Which is weird.
It is really weird because our fall break is only Thursday and Friday, and then we get our normal weekend, which it's nice. Yeah. It is nice, but it doesn't feel any different, I guess, than a regular week.
Because I still have classwork to do. But I guess you don't have to go to class. So I guess
that's a plus.
I feel like it feels like fall break for commuters. Yeah. Because they don't have to leave their house. But then again, I am a commuter and I left my house today. But I feel like for people like you that live on campus, it doesn't really feel like a fall break.
Yeah, not much because I'm still here in my dorm, which I am gonna leave for the weekend, and I'll be able to leave a day or 2 earlier than what I would have been able to. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like much of a fall break, but I guess I am still very grateful that we get one because a lot of schools don't. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. Like you were saying, I didn't even know that was a thing until this semester. People were like, "Oh, we're about to have our fall break." I'm like, excuse me? Yeah. We actually get a fall break?
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule, and I was just like, what the heck is a fall break?
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. And I think our Christmas break is a month long. It's pretty long.
Oh, yeah, because, you get out for Christmas regular in high school for, 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised if ours is longer.
I think you just take final exams the first week of December, and then you're done until the first week of January. So I don't think you have to go for that extra couple weeks leading up until Christmas like you would in high school. Yeah. So that's what I appreciate about college breaks. Yes, college is much harder, but then the breaks are so needed. And the length of the breaks are nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we're just going to go ahead and jump on in, Elisha, if you're ready, and talk about some friendship advice. Okay. So, let me see.
Just stretched. Sorry, guys.
I feel like I've had a lot of friends in high school, and even before then, I can remember in middle school that, I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
That made,
I guess just drained more out of me than what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
I don't know either. This is rough. Sorry, guys. So, my thought process is not working very well right now.
So friendships that maybe didn't benefit you at all.
Exactly. Like, it drained more out of me than I got any benefits from it. I guess that's the best way to put it.
You put more energy out. You lost more energy than you gained.
Exactly. Like, the point of a best friend is, like, if you, or, you know, anyone that you're close to, like, just a point of a friend group is to have those people to fall back on whenever you're going through something. And so I just feel like many times in the past in my friendships, I would be there for other people so incredibly much. And then when I was going through something that possibly, like, in retrospect was more of a severe situation, they were not there for me. And so I'm like, okay, I'm so drained because I'm putting so much energy into this friendship and gaining nothing in return. And it's like we were talking about earlier, we don't, you know, as friends, do things to expect things in return. Like, you just try to be nice and do things for other people out of the goodness of your own heart. But I remember a lot throughout high school doing things for people and getting nothing in return. And, and like I said, this is not just, like, best friends or close friends, but just people that you consider friends, or even relationships, and, like we said, family members. Like, there's been times where, you know, I felt that way with not really close, but, like, distant family members, and so it's like, okay, you know. That's how I feel.
I get that.
That's one thing I would say is a red flag, if you just feel more drained.
If you leave, like, if you're hanging out with that friend, and you leave, and you're thinking badly about yourself. Like, I can remember a friend that I had that always made me feel like I wasn't as smart as they were. And that really, like, didn't work great for my self-confidence. So, and honestly, I don't know how they are. Maybe they mentally were going through something, but you can only take so much. So I didn't feel awesome about myself when I was around that person. So that can also be a sign that maybe you shouldn't be friends with that person anymore. If you're feeling bad about yourself, you're doubting yourself after you leave and you're not hanging out with that person anymore, or it can also be something as much as, like, a comment about your body or their body. Like, people, obviously there's nothing wrong with being of a bigger size. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way now. There's also nothing wrong with being of a smaller size. But sometimes I've had friends in the past who have been smaller than me, and they make comments about their body that can affect you. Like, if somebody who is, like, significantly smaller than you, and, like, you offer them a shirt, and they're like, this thing is huge. Things like that. Like, obviously there's nothing wrong with being bigger, but I feel like be mindful of what you say.
Exactly. And especially, like, if a lot of people are already insecure about their weight, you're just adding on to those insecurities with those comments. And, like, a lot of people don't even realize that they do that. But I know personally, like, if I am talking to anyone in general, in the back of my mind, I'm constantly thinking about how to approach them respectfully and kindly and with kindness. And I make sure, like, of course, sometimes you just have things slip out that you don't mean to come across as rude, but do. But, like, I feel like that's something I constantly think about, but that's not everyone does.
Not everybody really thinks about how their words can come off as, like, a certain comment can come off as very rude. And not everyone really thinks about what they say before they say it.
Exactly, and just immediately says whatever comes to their mind. And it's just like, I don't know. I get being spontaneous even with your words, but sometimes it's like you need to make sure, because words will stick.
Yeah.
You need to make sure what you're saying is respectful of that person, and like you can't think about just yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how also, it may affect that person.
If you grew up in a household where like it was normal to make jokes about people, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I love my sister and my mom dearly, but they did used to make fun of me a lot. So I did grow up in a house like that, but I don't make fun of people like that. I haven't brought that into my life.
Like, it's just like that was like your childhood dynamic or like family dynamic, but you haven't placed that on other people.
Yeah, I think be mindful, like if you grew up in a household where that was a normal thing and like making fun of people was a normal thing, keep in mind that not everyone likes that type of interaction and not everybody is used to that type of stuff. Because if you grew up in a family where you made fun of each other a lot, you made fun of the way people looked, how much they ate or how much they weighed or like anything, and you bring that upon a friend, that could affect them a lot.
Yeah. If
they aren't used to that type of stuff. And I think being mindful that not everyone grew up in the exact same household as you, and that something that you might not think is that big of a deal can be a really big deal to somebody else.
Yeah.
And don't get defensive if somebody brings that up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're kind of mean. Like, those comments are kind of mean. Don't take offense to it. Just learn from it.
Exactly. I think that's a really, really good point. Another thing that kind of got me thinking when you said that, and this goes for, like, relationships, like I said, as well. This is very broad spectrum, like, kind of more so, like, blanket statements for just not only friendships, but just all relationships in your life. And while I haven't really been in many, like, romantic relationships, I have seen a lot of friends who have kind of just had this happen to them, you know, and I'm just kind of in the behind the scenes, you know. But I've witnessed this a lot with friends, but I know even in the past I've had relationships where, like, friends switch up on you depending on who they're around, depending on the certain groups of people that they're around, and I think that's a red flag as well.
Yeah.
You know, if they're starting to make, like, rude jokes or rude comments to try to appear cool.
Yeah.
Or to try to fit in with a particular crowd. I've had that happen to me before, and it doesn't feel awesome. No. I'll tell you that right now.
Sucks.
Yeah. I mean, and, you know, they're trying to be joking, they're trying to be funny, but it doesn't come across that way. And then you almost just feel embarrassed because you're around this, like, group of people, you know. And so if that makes any sense at all, just friends that switch up when they're around certain people and don't act the way that they would because they're trying to fit in with a particular crowd, or, you know, that is something that I have experienced a lot, and, like, I would just say is a big red flag, because if someone's your best friend, they're not going to switch up no matter who they're around. You're going to have that same best friend dynamic no matter who you're with, where you are. Yeah. You know.
Like, so I definitely get that. Like, it can happen with someone getting a significant other and then they start acting different. Yeah. Like, I feel like if somebody starts treating you badly after they get a significant other, or they start neglecting you and neglecting your time together, then that can definitely be a red flag.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, even if your best friend or close friend, or, you know, a family member you're really close with, if they get a significant other, if you're their best friend, and if y'all have that just close relationship, they're not going to do anything to jeopardize that, even if they're in a, you know, close and new relationship with a significant other or someone else. Like, even in, like, a trio friendship, like, if there's a new friend added on and y'all three get really close or something like that, like, you're not going to neglect one of those three friends. Yeah. You know? So, you're going to still stay true to that friendship if y'all are meant to be friends.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with ending a friendship. Sorry, guys, I got a lot of mucus in my throat.
Drink that juicy juice. Not sponsored, but should.
There's nothing wrong with ending a friendship. Not all friendships are meant to last forever. Yeah. Certain friendships can maybe be just for a certain stage in your life. Certain friendships can also be lessons to be learned.
Yeah, that is
which
so
sucks
true.
a lot, because I'm tired of learning lessons.
I'm tired of learning the same lessons.
Yeah, I'm tired of learning lessons and getting my feelings hurt, and it's just really funny. It's gonna kill people.
I think that's so true because I've had friends in my life that, like, they were definitely, like, I'm a very religious person, and I believe that God places people in your life when they're meant to be there. And, like, I've had so many situations where, like, I didn't, when the initial friendship breakup happened, I didn't realize why it was happening. I was very distraught about it, but then I look back and I'm like, God really put them in my life for a certain period of time because I needed them. Yeah. And now I'm a different person.
God really said psych.
God really said, no. No, you don't need them anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah.
No takebacks.
Yeah. I get that, though. Like, people are in your life for a certain element. Some people are in your life to stay in there forever. Yeah. Some people aren't.
Like you said, ride or die. Yeah. I feel like we are very, like, ride or die friends. And I think we could speak on this. I mean, being a ride or die, like, those are the type of friends that I like as well.
Yes. Yes. That is, for me, just the type of person that I am. A ride or die friend is someone that I need so that I can feel as though the friendship is even and we both care and love for each other the exact same amount. Like,
yeah, because if you're putting so much energy to do things for them and they're not reciprocating that, it's like you said, you don't do anything with the intention of getting anything in return, but it's like just kind of a general principle. Yeah. Like, you know, I like being a ride or die friend, and I love having ride or die friends.
Yeah. I mean, you get an even amount of appreciation and love for each other, which I love. Like, that's just I can't change my personality. I can't not be a ride or die friend. Yeah. So I need that myself. Like, I just would prefer that. I don't like the idea of putting all this energy into a friendship and not being reciprocated that energy. I feel like I deserve someone who is going to be as much out as all in as I am. And that's just what's important to me personally.
Yeah, and I think, like, I've had a lot of friends in the past where I've ended friendships or, like, it was kind of mutual, but the ones that I have ended, I've even had people be like, why are you not friends anymore? And if I tell them that reason, they're like, well, that's not good enough of a reason. Yeah. Like, if I don't feel like I am gaining anything from the friendship and I know my worth and I know my value, like, I don't care what other people have to say. Yeah. If I need it in that friendship for my well-being and as a part of, like, just self-care and healing for me, then I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Because I had, like, not more than one friendship around my dad's passing, and those people just, I don't know, nothing against them at all. Yeah. It's just grew up and split apart or don't have the same interests anymore, same values, beliefs, and it's for the better. And I was like, I have too much going on in my life right now. Yeah. Like, I need to, one, heal, and two, like, my biggest concern is my spending time with my father as he's passing. Yeah. Like, and I think there's periods in your life where you just have bigger priorities, and if that person, like you said, is not backing you up and being positive and being there for you, I think it's okay to break up a friendship that is just so incredibly draining, because I mean, you have other huge priorities. Like, I knew, and it was a long time coming, it's not just because my dad was passing away, but I think that was, like, kind of the moment where I realized, okay, in a situation like this, these friends, these relationships, they're not even there for me. Yeah. The way that they could be. And so, you know, and that's a big event to happen to someone.
Yeah, so. I mean, I could not imagine going through something like that and having friends that you thought you were way closer to, and in your literal most moment of need and just support, they're not even there for you. Like, I don't think we were as close when this was happening, but, like, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, that. And I mean, like, even if we were even closer back then, I know you would have been there for me in every moment that I needed.
I didn't want to overstep any boundaries.
Yeah, but of course.
I do remember texting you.
Yes.
A couple times, just because, like, I don't know, that's a really difficult thing to go through, and, like, I care deeply about you and want nothing but the best for you, and I feel like that's in a moment like that, you need every bit of, like, you know, love you can get.
It's like, that's encouragement.
Yeah, that's a terrible event to go through, and I just feel like you should have as much support as possible.
Yeah, and I definitely had so many amazing friends and relationships and family members that were there for me, and I had a lot of support. I cannot even tell you how many messages, text messages, phone calls, like people that were there for me. And a lot of those people are in my life now because, I saw in a moment of true need who was really there for me and who wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think God also puts those situations in your life as, like, just to show you importance in every aspect, if that makes sense. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
It showed me my true friends, true family members. It showed me, like, how quickly life can just come and go. Like, it taught me so many different lessons at such a young age that I feel like some people don't learn until they're middle-aged or ever.
Yeah.
And so it's a very saddening event, but I gained and learned so much from that. And I feel like there's a lot of times in your life where you go through big events and, like, you see which friends and which relationships you have who are there for you and who are, like you said, your ride or dies, your backups, and who aren't. Yeah. And I think, those are purposely placed events.
Oh, yeah. Because it could be something as big as that or as small as, like, something that just didn't go your way. Mm-hmm. And, like, who's really there for you, whether they support you or whether they don't really show much interest in that.
Mm-hmm. And I've had friends who... And I hate saying this because it sounds, like, very bratty, but I've had friends who have been jealous of me in the past because they see you thrive. And some people are preying on your downfall. They just want to see you fall.
Yeah.
They want to see you fall. If you're doing well in life, and, like, that's not a best friend.
No.
Because if you're doing amazing in life, they should be hyping you up.
Yes.
That's not even a close friend. That's not even a friend.
Yeah.
That's not a boyfriend. That's not a good family member. Like, that is not a friend. If they're preying on your downfall and they're excited when you are in pain, when you are suffering, when things aren't going your way, then that is not a friend.
Yeah,
or a relationship you need.
Your friend should want nothing but the best for you.
Exactly.
Like, your friend should not... If you go to your friend over, like, something that you love that's stupid, they should be just as excited as you are, if not more excited. Yeah. They shouldn't, like, look at you like you're dumb or treat it like it's dumb. Like, your friend should be your friend. Like, you shouldn't feel... Like, if you're excited about something, you shouldn't be nervous to tell that person.
And in turn, exactly, you shouldn't be nervous. And in turn, it makes you feel like you kind of retract from them because you don't want to share things with them. Yeah. Or, or you feel weird. Like, I have been told that by friends, excuse me, the apple juice is really getting to me.
Really kicking.
Really hitting. I've been told by,
with
like...
alcohol.
Spiked. I've been told by friends in the past that I was, like, weird. And I was like, and then I did not want to, like, and it's not even like I was being weird or being a weird person. Yeah. But it's just, like, things that I was interested in that they weren't. And they're like, that's weird. Or, just things like that. And it's you can
trip and fall.
Like, you can just be hexed. I don't really know what to say. No, but seriously, it makes you not want to open up to that person. And a best friend or a close friend or a family member or boyfriend, girlfriend, you should always feel comfortable opening up to them.
Yeah, they should never make you feel like that. Like, also, another thing, like, I don't know if we're going to make anybody mad with this, but the silent treatment. I remember a friend gave me the silent treatment because I didn't tell them something. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I didn't tell them had nothing to do with them. Oh. It was more so they were just upset that I did not tell them something. Mm-hmm. And, like, giving somebody the silent treatment, it's just not, it's not the move. Yeah. It's not okay. Like, if you're in a friendship and you feel like your friend is guilt-tripping you, or if you are a person who is guilt-tripping your friends, think about that. Yeah. That's not good. You shouldn't want to make your friends feel bad for not telling you something that maybe they weren't ready to tell you. Maybe they thought you were going to judge them. Like, don't take that personally. I guess. For sure, yeah. And then take that out on them. Because then, like, it completely defeats the purpose. Because, like, you're mad that somebody didn't tell you something, but then you give them the silent treatment. It's like, okay, you reacted exactly how I thought you were going to react.
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you.
That's why I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
And now the situation is right where I thought we'd be.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I've even experienced that with friends in the past that, like, I just didn't tell them things because, you know, I knew how they would react, and then they reacted the way that they thought when I told them, and it's like you said, that's why I don't tell you these things, because your reaction is exactly what I was expecting. Yeah. You know, so, and then getting the silent treatment in return because they're upset, it's like, okay, I don't feel like I can open up to you.
Exactly. It's just like, I don't know, silent treatments are just not a proper way to respond to somebody, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like another thing to touch on is controlling relationships, because I've even had friendships or relationships where...
Taking my bracelets off, sorry guys.
It's been controlling, and I've witnessed people who have had friendships or relationships where it's controlling.
Yes.
Like, and I don't know about you, but I'm just not going to be told what to do. It's not going to happen.
No.
If, like, I've seen even people in my life, like, date people as well, who have been just so, I guess, negative and, like, belittling them. And I'm sorry, I would, no. I don't know what else to say, but just no.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna fly with me.
I'm not down for that personally.
Yeah.
Those types of relationships just don't, like, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in being with somebody that, like, when I hear that people are in relationships and they're like, yeah, they made me block all these people, I'm just like...
But why?
But why? Like,
that's your life.
I don't know. When it comes to controlling relationships, it's just not healthy.
Yeah, and it's I guess easier said than done in some situations, because
most definitely.
I get that some people have been in, like, really long relationships, but when it starts to get controlling, I don't even know what to say.
Like, if you feel like you can't do anything without your partner getting upset or your friend getting upset, there's a problem.
That's an issue. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Which my sweet love, he's so sweet. He would never do that to me. But I'm saying I've seen that in, like, friends and their relationships or friendships and stuff like that, where they've just been controlled.
Yeah.
And that is just, it's not going to fly with me.
It's not good.
Yeah. Especially when a man tells me something I need to do. No.
No. How about no? Like, at all?
You be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you breathing around with me?
Why are you telling me something I need to do, which I'm not going to?
Yeah.
I'm not tending to your needs.
So funny you think you can speak to me. Like,
it's so funny that, like, oh, I'm breathing in your presence. You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky that I'm breathing in your presence. But
no, 100%.
No. And
don't do
I've
that.
even had people, like, friends, like, guy friends that have said, like, I guess, rude, misogynistic things. Red flag as well. Don't be friends with those people.
Don't be friends with a misogynist.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, actually, I'm not going to take that. And they get so taken aback when you say something.
Like, what?
Wait, what? A woman's not going to listen to me?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be friends with people like that. Don't be friends with misogynists. Don't.
And I'm not saying all men are like that. That's not a blanket statement. It's just, and this can be for women too, that are, like, very controlling of guys. Like, it goes both ways. Like, I'm not saying that all men are like that or all females are like that. Yeah. But there are people that are controlling and, like, misogynistic and, you know, rude to their male partners or friends.
I mean,
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you didn't.
Okay, good.
No.
I just want to make it very clear that I was not saying that about all males or females.
No,
it's just people that are like that. It's like,
I'm talking about you.
You know who you are.
Yeah. I definitely get that. What was I about to say? I think I lost my train of thought.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine. I think having short-term memory loss. I think I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But yes. Also, what was I about to say? Was it like Boundaries.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I have a tattoo that is a butterfly inside of a... What is this?
Like a bubble,
inside of a bubble, and it's about setting boundaries.
That's really good.
And I think boundaries should be set, and your friends who are your actual friends will listen to those boundaries.
Mm-hmm. And they'll just know your boundaries after a while.
Yeah, they'll know your boundaries. They'll listen to those boundaries. They won't try and cross them. Mm-hmm. I think that's very important. Mm-hmm. You should never feel like your boundaries are being compromised.
Yeah, that's so good. I think that's so true.
Yeah.
You should never feel, like, uncomfortable in a friendship or like you're being betrayed because people aren't listening to a precedence that you already set in a friendship, like something that they know that you won't enjoy. Yeah. Or, like, being used, I think, is also... I think being used... and, like, being used and just boundaries kind of go hand in hand. Yeah. I've had friendships where I've been taken advantage of plenty of times. Yeah. I'm sure you've gone through the... exact same thing. But I mean,
you know, when I think about it,
like, there's countless times where I've been taken advantage of. Yeah. And I look back and I'm like, dang, like, I really wish I would have stood up for myself. But that's why we're here now. Yeah. To tell you these little red flags and these warning signs. Like, if it's happening to you, it is easier said than done, but that friendship is not for you. Yeah. You know?
If you relationship. My bad.
No, you're good.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
If you have certain boundaries, you should not be afraid to tell your friends those boundaries. Yeah. You shouldn't be worried that they're going to react in a negative light or they're going to get mad at you or something for a certain boundary. Mm-hmm. Like, you shouldn't be worried about what their reaction is going to be.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I've even opened up to some of my closest friends about my boundaries or, like, things that hurt my feelings in the way that I felt, and they responded very maturely and very nicely and respectfully, and they were just like, you know what, I'm going to work on that. And, like, that's when you know you have a friend who really cares to be a friend to you and to keep that friendship. Because if someone's going to want to keep a friendship with you, they're going to do absolutely everything they can not to compromise that and to keep that friendship healthy and strong and fun.
Exactly.
And so boundaries are definitely a really big deal, and listening to those boundaries as a friend.
Yeah, you should be able to communicate with your friends on everything that you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And if they do something that hurts your feelings, you shouldn't be worried about telling them that they hurt your feelings.
Mm-hmm. You should just be comfortable with expressing that. Yeah. And if you don't, then obviously that's not the right person to be in your life or in your corner, you know? So, such good stuff. Such
juicy stuff.
Like, we're just
being juicy gals.
Juicy juice. Man, I just love these juice boxes.
They're pretty good. We kind of devoured them.
We kind of demolished these. Yeah. Is there any other things that we want to talk about friendships or relationship-wise, red flags, or maybe we can discuss slightly about how to be good friends? Like, just don't do anything that we said not to do, and you're probably fine.
Yeah, don't do any of the things we said. If you are listening to this episode and you feel as if anything is you, or you feel that anything has been directed towards you, change.
I was supposed to say, you might need to reevaluate some things.
Just change your entire personality. I'm absolutely joking. But if you hear anything and you're like, maybe I do that a little bit. Like, Work on it. Yeah. Because, you know, people don't owe you anything, and people don't want to be around people that make them feel like crap.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people who make other people feel like crap don't spend enough time in reflection and reevaluation because, and then when people open up to them are like, yeah, you make people feel crappy. Yeah. They're like, I don't do that. Yeah. And then they get defensive. Yeah. And it's like, okay, babes.
But you do, because people are telling you do, so just listen.
If 20 plus people are telling you you're rude, there might be an issue.
There might be something going on there. I don't know.
Just a wild guess. Wild guess. But you might want to be a better person. Yeah. Might be a good idea.
You know, there's other things you can do other than being a crappy person. Like,
you can even be a decent person. Let's just settle. Are we settling?
Yeah, let's just settle. Decent person. Be a decent human being.
Yeah. And you don't even have to be great. Like, you literally don't have to be great.
Yeah. Not everybody has to be a ride or die. But if you're going to be my friend, you have to be a ride or die.
Yeah. Let's yes, same. Like, if you want to be friends with me, reciprocate my energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need, like, intense friendship.
Yeah, intense. Sorry, you're stuck with me.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
And, like, let's just pick a struggle at a time. You know, if you struggle with all of these things, if you're just a terrible human being, that's rough. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you get to feeling better.
But let's pick a struggle at a time, guys. Yeah. Just take it day by day. But for real, if you feel like any of these things that you're doing resonates with you, work on it.
If you took offense to anything we said, you probably... what's it called? What do they say? Hate to break it to you, champ. Or
hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got a problem. Like,
yeah, I think everything we said was very reasonable. 100%. Like how to be a decent friend, decent person.
Like how to just be mature and not be a crappy person that nobody wants to be around and also, everybody hates.
Yes, don't be a messy friend. Don't be messy. Yeah. Don't be sloppy. Like, don't be like that. Because being petty is not cute. I don't think people realize that.
It's not a good look. It's
not.
And also... trying to think. What was I trying to say? Move on with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I
think we all just graduated, or I'm assuming. Like, I'm sure not everybody has just graduated.
Yeah.
But, like, if you graduated and you're going to different colleges and stuff, move on. Mm-hmm. You don't have to try and keep a tight rope on all the people you were in high school with. It's okay to live.
Yeah, and I think when, like, friends, especially old friends, try to rehash things and then be petty about it, it's like, I've even experienced this too. It's just like, okay, let's grow up, let's move on. Yeah. Like, my biggest worry right now is this biology test I'm taking in a week. Not, like, 2 summers ago, whenever, you know, like... It's like...
There's better things to... Like, I'm worried about my psychology grade.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm worried about my plummeting psychology grade.
Yeah.
Not about, like...
I'm worried about
our friendship breakup in 5th grade.
Exactly.
Like, I'm over it.
Like, I'm worried about my loans getting taken away. My GPA is going down. Like, I have... Trust. I have better things to be worried about. There's better things to be worried about in the world.
Yeah, so just move on. Don't be petty. Don't be sloppy. Don't be messy.
Yeah.
Period.
Bippity boppity boo.
But, okay, I think we covered all of that. Last but not least, guys, how long is this episode already?
37 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Elisha and I want to make a whole separate episode about this. We mentioned it in our last episode towards the end. But there's more tea that's come out.
Ned Fulmer.
Yeah, let's just talk about that for a minute.
He cheated on his wife, Ariel.
And I think it's confirmed in the new video that Try Guys put out about what happened.
Because it was 100% confirmed.
They said that his relationship was with an employee. Mm-hmm. So
it was definitely with an employee, and it was definitely with Alex. Mm-hmm. Her fiance unfollowed her on Instagram apparently, which I did not witness that personally because I am not on social media anymore. Mm-hmm. But I was watching a video from T-Spill or something. Mm-hmm. She was talking about that. So yeah, it's pretty intense. There was news articles about it and everything. Like it's a very bad situation.
Wow.
It's very bad. Not good at all. And I hate... Okay, first off, let's stop calling situations like this mistakes. Mm-hmm. If you call that a mistake, I'm sorry you're dumb. I'm sorry. I really hate to be that person.
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, I hate to be that person, but, like, cheating on someone for a long period of time...
And knowing.
Yeah, cheating on someone, let alone for a long period of time, is not a mistake.
Yeah.
That is a choice.
Yeah.
That is a decision you made. Mm-hmm. And now you're facing the consequences of that. Like, I'm tired of sitting here and acting like this person made a mistake. Like, Adam Levine.
Yeah, Levine.
Cheated on his wife. Mm-hmm. That was a choice.
That was a choice.
That wasn't a mistake. You didn't accidentally fall into someone else's pants. You chose to cheat.
Yeah.
Or however that situation went. Like, I think we need to stop using the word mistake.
Yeah, because I grew up knowing that, like, getting close to someone in proximity to their lips and kissing them, someone that's not your significant other, that's not a mistake.
No.
Like, I don't know. I just grew up knowing common decency.
Common sense?
Common
I don't know.
sense.
Maybe it's just me, but...
Maybe it's just me. I just know it's, like, I've learned that it's not good to, like, cheat on your partners. I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy.
I don't know, but, like, yeah, and I think we also need to do an episode on, like, what we consider cheating.
Yeah.
Because
that's a freaking good one.
That's a good episode right there, because it doesn't even have to be like you kissed another person.
Yeah.
You did this with another person. Like, being in a relationship and choosing to be flirty towards other people is wrong to me.
Yeah. You knowingly being flirtatious towards another person that is not your significant other, I consider cheating. Yeah. That is cheating. Because why do you feel the need to do that?
Exactly, because you're flirting with someone because you're interested in them.
Yeah. You're
like,
showing
don't just say,
interest.
I have a flirty personality.
That's
not a good excuse.
That's not going to fly with me.
Because if you wouldn't do that in front of your significant other, why are you doing it when they aren't there?
True. Snap.
Sorry. But that's true.
People need that as, like, a car decal.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you aren't...
We're selling that on t-shirts now. Merch?
But, like, yeah, if you aren't going to do that in front of your significant other, because the situations that I've seen, it's never been in front of their significant others. If you aren't going to do that in front of them, then why are you doing it?
Exactly.
If you wouldn't feel comfortable with them doing that, then why are you doing that?
Exactly. Say it how it is. Say it how it is.
That's just the truth.
Yeah, I feel like not everyone. I feel like a lot of people have very different and varied ideas on what is considered cheating. Mm-hmm. It's a very wide spectrum.
Yeah.
It's very, very wide.
Which I get.
But I feel like a lot of situations that people don't consider cheating, I would consider cheating.
No,
like you said,
yeah.
like the flirtatiousness.
Like, that's, in my opinion, and maybe I just haven't been in a bunch of relationships, but that is cheating to me.
Yeah.
Because why are you flirting with someone else other than the person you're in a relationship with?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between being nice to somebody and flirting.
Exactly.
And you know what flirting is.
Yeah.
Because you do that with your significant other.
Yeah. You know right from wrong.
You know right from wrong.
Don't blame me like that.
Don't be dumb. Don't act dumb. Like, touching all up on somebody else when you're in a relationship with somebody. Mm-hmm. Don't do that.
And it sucks when people not even only people. You're fine. Oh my God. If you need more water, there's, like, drinks and stuff in the fridge as well.
I think I need to clear out my throat. I'm okay.
But, like, not only people in the limelight, but just, like, you know, cheaters in general. Mm-hmm. The worst thing you can do, obviously, is the cheating that happened.
Yeah.
But also denying it continuously.
Yeah.
Like, babes, you're caught red-handed.
Yeah.
You need to stop lying.
Ned did not deny it. He immediately admitted it, which is... Don't even get me started on it. But, yeah. Like, trying to say you didn't do it, it's just like, babes, you got caught.
It's making it look even worse.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna have the balls to cheat on somebody, then you better have the balls to admit it.
Yeah. Especially when you get called out for it.
Yeah.
Like, you better, yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on now.
That's just so crazy to me, like we were saying, because he's just known as this family guy and has 2 children.
2 whole kids.
And now everything is in the limelight. And it's just like, I feel bad for that family because it's hard enough going through a cheating scandal in private.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then doing that with majority of the internet
Millions
watching you.
And the fact that it's just gotten so big because he's literally known as this family man. Mm-hmm. Like, it's gotten so big. Like, there's news articles about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I would be so angry. But, like, yeah, I would just be really angry that situation was even going on. And it's just, like, it's just really crappy. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm also not going to sit here and act like, because I've seen some people's videos and they're like, I knew Ned was weird. Like, he rubbed me the wrong way. Shut up.
You did not.
Shut up. Because let's be honest, Ned had no red flags.
Yeah.
There were literally no red flags. No one saw this coming. That's why it's so big.
I know I did not expect it.
No.
Literally at all.
I just hate whenever something comes out and people are like, I always knew they were different. It's just like, no, you didn't. There's no way
they were always my least favorite forever because I just hated them. Yeah. It's like, what was the reason to hate?
Exactly. Like, why didn't you like him? And the other BuzzFeed employees, like his ex co-workers, coming out and being like, y'all are surprised. It's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean y'all are surprised? Yeah,
like, there were people like that rubbed me the wrong way, and I think they thought that was a flex, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
like you shouldn't be saying like things like I'm not surprised or I can't believe y'all didn't know or stuff like that. It's just like, why would we expect him to cheat on his wife though? And if you saw him doing stuff in the office, then why didn't you bring that to anyone's attention?
Exactly, especially the wife's.
Yeah.
I mean, and that probably makes, I'm not trying to speak for absolutely anyone, but that probably makes his wife feel bad too if people are like, oh, y'all didn't know?
Exactly.
It's like that. Man, but what if she didn't know?
Exactly. That would make me like, I'd be like, wow, so you guys just let me walk around looking dumb while he was over here doing stuff? And it's not even confirmed that he did anything else.
Yeah.
So I was just like, why are you guys, that's not the flex that you think it is.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
And there was no need for any of them to say anything. So I just feel like that was unnecessary. But I did get really upset by people being like, I knew he was sketchy. It's just like, when I first started watching the Try Guys, I did not like Ned. Not because I thought he was going to cheat on anybody. Yeah. He gave very much frat boy energy.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, he was just really competitive, and I love Eugene, and he was my favorite when I first started watching the Try Guys. So Ned was super competitive against Eugene, and I was like, I don't like that. Yeah. So I didn't like Ned because of that. But then he had his baby, and he started to mature, and I started to love him, and I honestly fell in love with Ned. Not actually fell in love with him, but like,
his character and how he like persuade, or not necessarily character, but his character and personality,
and his opinions. Like, I feel like they're extremely correct. They align with mine. And I loved his personality and everything. And when this came out, it was a big shock. I'm not going to sit here.
I don't agree with that.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I did not love him 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like that's...
Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah, let's be absolutely honest, because there was no signs that he was doing anything. Even when you watch back at the videos where him and Alex are in the same videos together, I still don't even really get any vibes from it.
I didn't get any weird vibes, so it's like... Maybe I'm blindsided, but I don't think so. Yeah. I just, like, never got any, I guess, weird vibes, so...
No, I didn't get any... I wouldn't have guessed anything from those videos.
Yeah. It's just honestly mind-blowing. It's insane. And yesterday when I checked, that video came out, like, a couple days ago, and it already had 7.5 million views and was on trending. Number one trending, what the Try Guys addressed about it. And I think that was really good and mature of them to do that on behalf of their fans. And you could just see in the video, like you said, how it deeply affected every single one of them.
Eugene was very obviously very pissed.
Very upset.
He was angry, reasonably so. And the other guys were just like, they just looked so devastated.
Yeah. Because it's just this person that they have been, I think said 8 years, this person they have been making content with. And it's like they built
friends.
A brand, a business. There's so much money that they're being lost as well. Not that money matters, because obviously relationships matter more, but like, and obviously the family matters more as well. And they even said, obviously it sucks that we're losing this money, but that's not the main concern right now. But like, that also is another, downfall. They're losing probably millions of dollars or close to it on things that they can't do anymore.
And how negatively that could have very easily negatively affected their company.
Yeah, and their incomes, and it's not only affecting, Ned himself, the money that he's losing.
It's affecting everyone in the process. Like, it was such a dumb thing to do.
Because it affects way more people than he thinks.
Way more people. Like, way more people are in deep crap now. And people were like, oh, the Try Guys are snakes. Like, I heard somebody say that. And I was just like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You cannot encompass all of them because they did not do anything except for Ned. He made that decision on his own.
And the reason why they didn't let it out, like, at the beginning of September was because there's lots of legal things that you have to go through when it comes to something like that. Because at the end of the day, that is a literal business.
That's, a company.
And they had to go through various meetings and stuff to know exactly what they should do and how they should handle the situation. Like, they couldn't just come out and say, Ned cheated.
Yeah, like, it's just...
And
you shouldn't expect that from them.
Their videos are pre-recorded. I'm so sick and tired of seeing people be like, people were like, that's so weird that they're still posting and stuff like that. And, like, weeks ago, like, it had already came out and they were posting stuff, or, like, there was some chatter about it and they were posting stuff. They have pre-recorded videos.
Yeah.
They have, like, months. They're already into their holiday series, apparently. And so, like, they have lots of pre-recorded videos that he's in.
Yeah, and Keith even said there's some brand videos that are going to be really, really weird, but since they are contractually obliged to continue with those branded videos, he's going to be in some, and it's going to be weird. They even said that, but they're doing everything they can to remove him because that's just the values of their business. They don't agree with what he did, but there's still some branded videos that contractually they have to release or he has to be in. So it'll be weird, but sometimes it's just what you have to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I guess if you don't have any more to say on that, good way to wrap it up is just be a good friend. Do what you need to do to heal, to be a better person, because sometimes letting go of toxic friendships or relationships is better for you. Yes. I've lived so much more happily with the friendships and relationships that I am involved in now. I have a good tight circle. I'm sure you can say the same.
Yeah.
It's just a big weight off of your chest to just distance yourself or not be friends with, you know, the people that you used to, because if you're going separate ways, you're going separate ways.
Nothing wrong with ending a friendship. It's just not it anymore.
Yeah. Self-care, baby.
Yeah.
Comes first. All right. Well, is there anything else you need to say?
I don't think so.
I will say, I think in the last episode we talked about how we were going to talk about true crime. We were a little passionate about this. Yeah. So we'll probably push that back to sometime in October. It's definitely going to happen. Definitely going to do a true crime, spooky stories type vibe. Maybe once it gets a little closer to Halloween.
We gotta change the vibe of our YouTube.
Oh, we do.
Thing. I'm really excited for us to like start like recording our podcast like with the video.
I think y'all are going to absolutely love it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sorry, my mom texted me.
Oh, you're fine. I was like, what? Are you okay?
No, yeah.
But yeah, so I guess since we're all caught up.
Yes.
This has been the 5th episode of
Rowdy Rambles. That was delicious.
Yeah, delicious is a good way to describe that. Delicious. What did you say last week? Scrum
diddly-umptious.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what that was.
Yes.
So good.
We should make the title of it like, listen to this and you'll get $1 million. I'm kidding.
Clickbait.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.